Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality. All right, joining us now, the ones in charge of orchestrating all this. If you really listened and saw during the meeting, there are projects, a massive project that we never dreamed of many, many years ago. Very impressive meeting right here in Terrebonne Parish. And boy, looking at all the presentations, there's a lot of projects.
Morton, there's a lot of projects, a lot of money coming this way. As you know, it's almost $500 million from the feds that's starting to come into play. You know, thank goodness we built Morganza over the last 16 years, or we would have been flooded for over the last 16 years with Tony, Alfred, and Reggie and the levee board. And it's an honor and pleasure for me to be the CPRA chairman, working with Glenn Leday, who's the CPRA executive director. And we got a lot of projects going, and I said earlier, we are focusing heavy on the Barrier Islands from Texas to Mississippi, the coast shoreline, Barrier Islands, and we going in that direction along with a lot of other projects.
Just to see the amount of work done in a short number of years, but a massive amount of work with Terrebonne putting a lot of their own skin in the game, that's got to be impressive, and I was glad to see the Corps was here, and like Gordy said in the meeting, the cavalry is coming. That's a good sign for people.
Yeah, it's a great sign. So being from Lafourche Parish, I understand the plight. And as we demonstrated today, we have the largest fiscal plan in the state's history. We have partners at the local and federal level, and so we really can accomplish a lot over the next decade, and we're excited about it.
I remember at the time faction, you got that microphone in your hand, and you said to the feds, we don't need you, we're going to build it without you. And you were almost 90% there, but hey, we'll take a little federal help.
That was sure a stupid comment, but it ended up being a little bit prophecy, right? I'm excited to work with these guys, Gordy, not letting any grass grow under our feet, this guy right here, boy, talk about making things happen, We're moving forward in a much bigger sandbox right now for the coast, but it's an honor. And it's a tremendous pleasure to be able to work for the coast and not just in our area. And we have some great things going on, and we're going to try to move forward like we did with Morganza on a state level. And all those Barrier Islands we talked about, saving in conjunction with the levee wasn't the only solution. The restoration efforts, all that we're working with right now for the whole state, in addition to the levees, and so we're going to make all those things happen. It's really going to be a reality.
Before I let the chairman close, I want to ask Glenn, you're standing between two guys that absolutely hate the word no. So I would assume as executive director, you're able to maneuver through that. You're probably very professional at it, but what's it feel like to be around two guys that hate the word no?
Hey, look, we find a way to say yes. We find a way to tell them yes. But no, I get great guidance from them. They've been through everything and done everything, so excited to be here, excited to work with them.
All right, good. And Mr. Chairman, we'll give you the close. What can we leave the public with? Because, in all the meetings I've attended, honestly, looking at all the presentations, I'm more excited about seeing what I saw today than ever before.
Well, Martin, a lot of it's, focusing on CPRA and what the local levee boards could do. South Lafourche, Terrebonne, and these levee boards have moved forward. We're there to assist them with engineering, with monies, with whatever we can to move projects along. Of course, the Barrier Islands and all comes, is the big dollars, and also, the different type of marsh restoration cases. And, heading the day-to-day operations is Glenn Leday from Thibodeau. He's a coastal engineer with a master's degree and a civil engineer, and He really tackles every project and gets it on the board, brings it to everyone and explains it, and he really does a good job getting with his staff. He has a huge staff at CPRA. We have quite a few people. How many people we got at CPRA?
186.
186, a lot of being engineers, professionals, consultants, and it's really a good mixture of a lot of people trying to get things done. The people of Terrebonne Parish, Lafourche, and other parishes, but Terrebonne and Lafourche have stepped up to the plate, 3/4 cent sales tax in Terrebonne, and Tony and them made good use of the money and built us a levee system. Now they're going from 12 feet to 15 feet. Because when we saw Ida pushed in a 14-foot wave. Yeah. So, we need a bigger boat, so.
Mr. Clucci was right, because you were on HTV when it started getting a little high, and although you were confident, though, it made you want to make that 3-foot push.
I was going to go out there and measure how much was left. But, we built the levee, Tony and them, and people at Terrebonne paid for it, and CPRA, and, a levee at 12 feet, and immediately Tony and them got to work and went to 15 feet. And they've got a lot of levees at 15 feet right now. The floodgates are at 18 feet, so we're pretty safe with them. So, and with the upcoming $324 million lock system, we won't have that big influx of water when you have a south wind pushing 25,000 CFS into the intercoastal. That will stop that, and that's about a 3.5-year construction. So we worked on that for 10 years, and it finally came to fruition. And that will change the ecosystem in Terrebonne Parish. That's huge.
From the Civic Center, very important meeting. I urge everyone, I know it's a long meeting, but sit down, pause if you get tired, if you need to go to the restroom or get a soft drink, come back and watch it. This is your future. Right here, what's taking place is so important. So if you're worried about your kids and your grandkids and your great-grandchildren, watch this meeting because it's very important. The cameraman, Dwayne Dupree, I'm Martin Falls. We'll see you around the corner.
From the moment you walk into the showroom floor at Trapp Cadillac, you understand our commitment to providing a truly exceptional experience for all returning and new customers.
Our goal is to make sure you're always comfortable while understanding the entire process of getting into your new Trapp Cadillac.
When you drive a Trapp Cadillac, you know performance, bold styling, and our shared commitment to service.
One thing you can always count on here at Trapp Cadillac is our excellent service experience.
Jack Bay down to Point Ocean, Thibodeau to Grand Caillou, HTV's part of you. Bayou Black down through Dulac, Southland Mall to City Hall, we'll bring the news to you. Raceland, St. Charles, Bayou Blue, Morgan City and Assumption too, where sugar cane is grown. So much to see on HTV. Stick with us 'cause we're your home.